disciple is still asking the master, which is Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj, what gives the present that stamp of reality? You remember last time we were talking about the present, past, and future. So how the present is important. So continuing on that same trend, in that same chapter, these questions are continuing. So the disciple asks, what gives the present that stamp of reality? Why do you say that the present is real? That is, again, he continues to ask the master. So the master says there is nothing peculiar in the present event to make it different from the past and future. For a moment, the past was actual and the future will become so. Now see, in the moment when I'm talking to you, that is actual, the moment. And for a time, some time back, the past was also actual because it was in the present, and the future will also be actual because it will also be in the present. Right? So see what he says. For a moment, the past was actual and the future will become so. What makes the present so different? Obviously, my presence. He says, obviously, my presence is what makes it real. I am real, for I'm always now in the present. I am now in the present. I'm not in my past, and I'm going to be in the future, and that when that becomes the now. Is that clear? When in the future, I will be in the now, then I will be present. Like in the past, when I was in the now of the past, I was present. Now I am present. Right?
Yes, yes, correct.
Yeah, and what is with me now shares in my reality. Now, because you all are with me now, it shares in that kind of reality. All right? The past is in memory. As he explained last time, the past is in memory and the future is in imagination. What you remember about the past is because it's your memory. Oh, this happened to me, that happened to me, this is how it happened, that is how it happened. Yeah, that's your memory. And what is going to happen in the future is your imagination. It is not a fact yet. You may have your fears, but that is not a fact yet. I mean, this is simple to understand. It's not so simple to follow. To follow means, in the sense, to really every time feel this is the truth, this moment is the truth, and the past is an imagination, and the future is an imagination, and the past is a memory. That is what we need to remember. And that is what we need to keep on harping on. It may be some simple periodical occurrence like the striking of the clock. In spite of our knowing that the successive strokes are identical, the present stroke is quite different from the previous one and the next. Imagine, he's even going to the strokes of the clock. He's saying they all seem to be the same. But actually, if you think about it, the present one is different from the one that already happened and the one that is going to happen. Just imagine. He's talking are you all following? And you can listen to this again. If you will take the trouble to listen to this again, it works for you. Whenever you are unhappy, remember that. As remembered or expected, I think focus in the now is with me, for I am ever present. It is my own reality that I am part to the present event. I am here. Now, the girls who are not in the class are not present with me, are not present with you. They are present somewhere else. That is their present for them. And when you will listen to this tape, or whoever listens to this tape will be present in that moment. But he says, even like the clock, what is it called? The striking of the clock. What happened? It is like what I said 5 minutes ago has already become the past. It's already the past. What I'm saying right now is the truth. And this is what they emphasize on all the time. And now question, but we deal with things remembered as if they were real. He said, but why do we think of the things that we remember? Why do they seem real to us? So the master says, we consider memories only when they come into the present. The forgotten. Now look at how beautifully he says it. We consider memories only when they come into the present. Now see, at this moment, you're probably not thinking of the past because you're with me now. But if you think of the past, then that immediately becomes the present for you. Because very often your imagination goes to the past and you move away from what is being said in the class. So then that becomes your reality because you have brought that into your being for that moment. Otherwise, it's a memory. Yeah, Shashi? No, you unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. You're still muted. Yeah, now.
See, they do exist somewhere. Where do they come from?
From your past. Your memories come from your past, no?
But that means at some level they exist. Somewhere.
In the chitta.
Yeah, that is another theory. Because there is a theory. Yeah, there is a theory that I have read about where they say that whatever you say is never lost. But in my mind, yes, it is there in the ethers, maybe. But until you bring it to yourself, it has no meaning. See, there are so many vegetables in the market. They are there.
Yeah.
But until you bring that vegetable and you cook it, and the moment while you're cooking it, you are in the present. And then when you eat it, you are in the present. Otherwise, they are there. But they are the vegetables are in the market. Everything is there. I mean, today, even like Goa is there, Shalu is there. Goa exists for her.
Shalu.
Yeah. Goa exists for her, but it doesn't exist for us until I brought it to my thinking and I say, oh, Shalu is in Goa. Until then, Goa exists, America exists, Australia exists, every place exists. But how does it concern me until I bring it to my mind?
Maybe.
Until then, it remains there. So you're right. Maybe because they say there is a theory that says that our memories and whatever we have said and all that remains in the ethers. So it remains in the ethers and you call for it from there and they make it your reality for that moment.
Ether means actually they remain in our subtle bodies because our subtle bodies never destroy.
Exactly. So maybe.
Shashi, that's what I said. It remains in the chitta.
In the chitta, yeah.
In the chitta, in the mind. Okay, so it remains in your mind or it remains in the ethers. Like some people have actually said it remains in the ethers. So, because I know when I went to Badrinath and my, Samdan asked me, come on, Shakun, sing in the temple. It was not, but few of us sitting. And I said, no, I don't really, I just want to feel. And then the Guruji, that master said, if you sing, can you imagine your voice will resound in these ethers all the time? And I said, oh, wow, never thought of it like that. And I said, yes, I will sing. He says, it will resound. So why do you make a fuss? Just sing. So, I mean, and from that, I always remember that it remains in the ethers. It remains but it remains whether in the subtle mind or in the ethers or in wherever they say. That is how they talk about time travel, no? What is time travel? When they say you move to the past or you move, because they say they're always already there. But that is another story. That is another story for another day. At this moment, this is what we are talking about. He said, we consider memories only.
Shakun, you know what excites me? That we are breathing that same air that Krishna and Arjuna did breathe.
Yes. And that is what they say. They say that is why we are the same. Like in the sense that when we are sitting personally together, why is it nicer? It is nicer because we feel closer, because we are breathing the same air. This is the way we feel. Like, I mean, I'm okay. I've gotten used to my classes on Zoom. I've managed, but I miss that being together with a friend and having a cup of tea, I miss that. Why? Because in my mind, probably because you're breathing the same air, you're able to touch one another, you're able to hold one another. So maybe that is what brings the beauty of it, that exchange, that we are one. Yeah. So we consider memories only when they come into the present. The forgotten is not counted until one is reminded, which implies bringing them into the now. So you're bringing it into the now. Whatever you're thinking. So that's why you say, whatever has happened is gone. Unless you need to do something about it, then by all means. Like your daughter is getting married, as I was saying last time, a child is getting married. You've got to think about whatever you need to organize for that wedding. So you bring it, then it is, that is what the mind was given to us for, that we can bring that and work on it. But after that is done, then why are you using your mind? The mind has done its job. So he said, yes. So question, yes, I can see I can see there is in the now some unknown factor that gives momentary reality to the transient actuality. So, and I said the disciple is kind of saying, yes, you are right what you are saying. Now the master says, you need not say it is unknown, for you see it in constant operation. Since you were born, has it ever changed? Things and thoughts have been changing all the time, but the feeling that what is now is real has never changed, even in dream. Actually, they say if you analyze the now, it is different. Isn't that what he's saying? I think so. I repeat, see if I'm seeing it correctly. You need not say it is unknown. For you, it is in constant operation. Since you were born, has it ever changed? Things and thoughts have been changing all the time, but the feeling that what is now is real has never changed. We know that what is now is real. That's why we want to hold on to the moment, no? Don't we want to hold on to the moment if it's a good moment? Because we know that this is now. It will become a memory tomorrow, but today it is now. And that has never changed. He said, even in a dream, some people have a dream where you realize that this is a dream. But even in the dream, he says, that's what he's saying, but the feeling that what is now is real has never changed, even in a dream. That's what he's saying. In deep sleep, there is no experience of the present reality. Now the question is, what happens in deep sleep? The master, the blankness of deep sleep is due entirely to the lack of specific memories.